We came here first in 2009 and we got interested in the uprising, and we decided that we needed to come back and learn more about it. And along the way we of course learned a lot more about other aspects of Poland and Polish life. But our great interest has been really the Warsaw Uprising and probably the history of the Jews in Poland, which is also fascinating and quite tragic.
This little booklet we got on our second visit to Warsaw, and for me and us it really was the reason we keep on coming back to Warsaw. We learnt so much from this little book that made us want to come back to learn more about Warsaw Uprising and Warsaw and Poland. It is not in production in English anymore, which is a great tragedy, because it was in English we learnt, and we have come back 2 or 3 times. It is in Polish, which is good, but I would like to see it reproduced in English. You have so many tourists to Warsaw who cannot, unfortunately, speak Polish. I would like to be able to speak full Polish.
Or know nothing about the uprising, yes, and never will.
And if you have a little book in English, you can take it back to your apartment and read. This little book has travelled to Australia, Poland twice. The Tourist Bureau put out a lot of these little very, very good books, and we have taken a couple of sets home. We have taken and given them to friends, and one couple has come specially to Warsaw because of this information.
We came to Warsaw and the guide took us to a memorial in Deluga Street, where 430 people had been machine gunned against the wall. And standing there, suddenly history became alive for me, because I'd read so much in statistics, how many bombs were dropped, how many people were killed, etc. But to stand there and just imagine the horror of that scene, we went away and said, we've got to find out more about this. It's like every aspect of history, the more you find out, the more you find out there is left to find out. So it's a subject that we'd never exhaust. It is our 5th trip here, and we've talked about having to come back because we've discovered more things to look for and to study. I'm a retired Air Force officer, and I'd studied military history when I was at Air Force College, and it's been a hobby of mine ever since. And I had heard about the Warsaw Uprising, but I think, like a lot of people, I had it confused with the Ghetto Uprising as well. Poland's history is so interesting over such a long period. Poland's sort of been at the crossroads of Europe for so many years, and I think that's given us a bit of a sense of sympathy for Poland. Poland's had a very rough time over centuries, and we just find that history and the way the Polish community has developed out of that history to be fascinating. It's from history that we learn, and I think we brush these things under the carpet and say we don't need to talk about this anymore, and the same sorts of things will happen again. Yes. I mean, there have been genocides, a number of genocides since the Holocaust. Now, should we stop talking about the Holocaust because it's in the past? I think the lesson is that we learn just how horribly human beings can behave and what dreadful leadership can do to people. I think people confuse nationalism with patriotism, and I don't think there's anything wrong with patriotism. And I think a strong sense of nationhood is something really important. I think we've got to honour the past but move on into the future.
And what is so wonderful in Poland, you see your national flag everywhere. It is a pleasure to see the Polish flag flying everywhere.